Greetings. My name is Diana Wright, singer, songwriter, and poetess. I fully endorse SPRB radio podcast with 10-Star General and Sharon Mango. Check them out. Trust you won't be disappointed. Yes.
Hey, what's up? My name is Ray Vaughn, and I fully support SPRB radio podcast. Check in.
Blessed love universally. This is the original Mark Daddy Mike Jarrett endorsing, yes, one of the greatest podcasts that I have listened to, seen, and so happy to be a part of it. I'm talking about SPRB podcast with 10-Star General and the original, yes, Sharon Mango. Tell it to the world. Let them know that this podcast, run things universally. Mark Daddy said that. Mark Daddy. Mark Daddy, Mark Daddy, Mark Daddy. Oh, Mark Daddy. Yes, bless up 10-Star General and the original Sharon Mangos. Them run things when you talk about podcasts here. Blessed love.
Is The Buzz, your music news update for the latest on your favorite artists and more. Sponsored by JoJoMacMusic.com. Hello everyone, I am Pistol and this is The Buzz. Ewan Simpson, an attorney at law and the chairman of the Jamaica Reggae Industry Association, JARIA, says there should be no rush to judgment concerning the allegations against Ska and Rocksteady pioneer Derek Morgan. In 2019, Morgan was a recipient of the JARIA Lifetime Achievement Award for his dedication to the music industry, following allegations by his daughter, Queen Ifrica. Gender and civil society advocate Judith Wedderburn, in an interview, said that a conversation should now be going on about Morgan's honors by a government committee. He's also the recipient of an Order of Distinction, OD, as well as a Reggae Icon Award from the government. The JARIA chairman said, quote, regarding Derek Morgan, I would recommend delaying judgment or anything that could appear to be a sanction in the matter until the matter of the allegations and delaying judgment or anything that could appear to be a sanction in the matter until the matter of the allegations and delaying judgment or anything that could appear to be a sanction in the matter until the matter of the allegations and delaying judgment or anything. The well-deserved, teaming up with Kemar McGregor for a most exciting event. The Don Gargan is launching a dance competition in support of his brand new hit song, One Don One Don Gargan sits on a pulsating remake of the iconic Taxi rhythm. One Don Gargan has a pre-release date of Friday, September 25th, 2023, and will be officially released on Friday, September 8th, 2023. Entries for the One Don Gargan dance-off will open on Monday, September 11th, and closes on Tuesday, October 10th. The winner will be announced on Thursday, October 26th, 2023. The winner of the competition will receive US $1,000. Entrants are encouraged to check the official Facebook page of Ninja Man at Ninja Man Official for rules and regulations and how to enter the dance-off. Reggae singer Tony Roy has one enduring passion, music. He hails from the parish of St. Thomas, Jamaica, and has been residing in the United States for some time. He has opened for artists like Sister Carol, Michael Rose, and Alpha Blondie at the Howard Theater in Washington, D.C., and shared stage with Beres Hammond, Buju Banton, Freddie McGregor, and many other top-tier artists. His first single, Hungry for Your Love, earned him the 2008 Best Recording at the D.C. Reggae Awards, and he was nominated twice for Best Reggae Song by Washington Arts and Music. He has earned several awards throughout his musical career. His latest project is a single titled Bad Boy Johnny that was released on September 15th of this year. Produced by Fitzroy Gordon for his Wyler's Records label, the producer is quite pleased with the final product. Tony Roy says, quote, "This single will not only make you want to dance, but is a true story and a lesson to the youth of today to be obedient, respectful, focus on uplifting themselves, and being a positive influence on all." Faced with mounting medical bills, which have already surpassed $1 million, veteran tour artist, manager, and author Copeland Forbes is contemplating legal action against the parties involved in One Blood Family Fest following injuries which he received after falling off the stage at the June 3rd event held at Plantation Cove in Oteria, St. Anne, Jamaica. Forbes, who is currently in Florida undergoing medical treatment, told reporters that he is taking advice from his lawyers. Valiant, via his sexually explicit Mad Out song in particular, has earned the ire of Queen Ifrica, who has expressed dismay that it is being played in various settings in earshot of children in the inner city who haplessly sing along to the lyrics, calling for a ban on the song. Ifrica claimed that Valiant has been ushered into the music industry as a forerunner by the entertainment minister Olivia Babsy-Grange, but that his musical content has been inundated with expressions of female homosexuality and oral sex and has not been balanced out with songs which uplift Jamaican women, declaring Valiant the new mole in the music industry. Now, in an Instagram post, Ifrica said that his influence on young people has resulted in debauchery seemingly becoming more accepted, especially in sections of Kingston's inner city areas. I am Pistol, and that, my friends, was The Buzz. That was The Buzz, your music news update for the latest of your favorite artists and more. Sponsored by JojoMacMusic.com.
Now here's a song from our sponsor, Jojo Mac.
When I am down, feeling sorry, don't tell my friends, I don't tell nobody. There's this man, I call him my buddy, cause he always understands. He's medicine to my body. He always seems to take away my worry. Never judge me and never in a hurry. Oh, I love this man. First name Jack, last name Daniel. He's the one who keeps me warm inside. First name Jack, last name Daniels, with the little trees on the side. When life makes me a little dizzy, need a break from being too busy, I sometimes get a little dizzy if it's not around. He gets in my head like nobody, puts me to bed feeling happy, burns up my morning coffee and never make a sound. First name Jack, last name Daniel. He's the one who keeps me warm inside. Oh, first name Jack, last name Daniel, with the little trees on the side. He fills me up and makes me feel everything is alright. Some folks would say he's no good for me, but that man is just right. When he's around, I forget everything on the outside. Here when I need him most, he and I are close. First name Jack, last name
He's the one who keeps me warm inside. Oh, first name Jack, last name Daniel, with the little trees on the side. First name Jack, last name Daniel. He's the one who keeps me warm inside. First name Jack, last name Daniel, with the little trees on the side.
Brilliant track coming from Jojo Mac. Yes, that was Jojo Mac and Pistol Buzz giving us the latest news. The latest news. Wow, so much going on in the world. Is like so much is moving at fast motion. Is like things moving at 100 miles per hour, and it's like, man, I'm trying to keep up with some of the drama that's going on out there right now. Anyway, we've taken a little bit of a break from having conversations with artists for a little while, and we were focusing on the mental health awareness show. And we decided to, recommence our conversations with the artists. And one of such artists we decided to reach out to was one of the legends in our industry. He's a giant, an international giant himself. He's full of humbleness. He is full of joy. When you come across Warrior King, whatever troubles you have simply kind of fades away because you find yourself immersed in his greatness. And I don't say that because he's on my show today. I've had a conversation with him many years ago. I don't know if he can remember, but let's bring him in. Warrior King is our guest today. Warrior King, can you hear me?
Greetings and blessings. Greetings, name of His Imperial Majesty, Empire Selassie the First. Bless the love, 10 Star General. Sharon Mango, big up yourself and everyone that tuned in.
Yes,
Bless the love.
sir.
I should
Yes,
I say Julie
sir.
I say Julie Mango. Which one I should say?
Thank you already with for East Indian, Julie Mango,
East
whatever.
anyone. Come here, 10 Star. The only Julie Mango. Big up yourself. Enough respect.
Thank you so much.
I where do we start when it comes to yourself? I think first and foremost, I just want to play some music, right? So we're just going to play some little snippets, and here's one track that I love so much. And it goes something like this. Take a listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, Taxi Records and Jamaica Productions is pleased to present Warrior King.
One of my favorite tracks.
Woo! Yeah.
Light from shine.
Love for them bad man. I know what life is worth and I'm blessed and worth. God is saved and divine.
Jesus.
Father, no one stop the time. I'm gonna shine. I'm gonna shine.
Sly Rabbit.
Yo, you're bad, you're bad to the bone.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a voice, man. Listen, hear him, listen. You listen lyric. Yes.
Someone see me drop, someone see me flop. Love for them bad man. I know what life is worth and I'm blessed and worth. God save that divine. I'm inspired by the Father. No one stop the time. I'm gonna shine. I'm gonna shine. Shine. I'm gonna get what is mine. I'm gonna shine. I'm gonna shine. shine. I'm gonna get what is mine. And even when I go on tours, that keeps me safe and secure.
Jesus, boy, I tell you.
Clean and pure. And each and every song I sing, I'm always praising the King. For He's my fortress, He's my refuge, He's my everything.
Let me tell you, I can play that song forever and ever. Amen.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, I really like that one.
I have to come to that. There's so many, by the way, right? There's so many. There's so many. There's so many. But I have to play this one because this one resonates with my DNA. So when this tune plays, right, every little bit of atoms in your DNA starts to, oh, Jesus. All right, here we go. Take a listen. I told you 8 years ago, and I'm telling you again. Is it 8 years ago? When was this released? When did this tune first release?
Maybe 8 years ago. It released on the album Tell Me How My Sound. It's a Tads distributed album, you know. I think 2000 and I don't remember the year, but you know, it's about 8 years ago, I think, you know. It's a big song.
Way back then, I told you this is one of the greatest songs you sang.
And this is one of my favorite songs of all times, trust me.
You know, the other day when I linked with you again, I had to tell you this has to be the greatest love song of our decade.
But Julie, I want Julie Mango. I want Sharon Mango. Sorry for calling it Julie Mango, but you 10 steps riveted to my head, you know?
Yes, it's all the time. It's okay. It's honestly, it's fine.
Listen, we have to play this song and we have to get your view on this one, yeah, right?
Yeah, man.
Miss Mango. All right.
Yeah,
here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I love the little things you say and do. I know you love me. Some people say it's too good to be true. I feel your vibes, it's real. My love I can't conceal. You know you are a work of art. I love you from the very start. I just wanna love you.
Next verse.
You know I love you and I'll never let you go. So much places for me and you to go.
You know I love you so.
Every second of the day, I pray to God that you will come my way
and be here to stay.
Your love is so amazing.
So long I have been searching. Love is the gift from God.
Binds us together. I just wanna love you. Oh, Jesus, Warrior King.
Stop it. Stop it. Just
talk to me, Sharon. Talk to me, Sharon. Talk to me, Miss Mango.
That is the ultimate love song. I have heard it before. And you know, you hear tunes, but you don't really know who the person is. You're like, oh, that's so wicked, that's good, right? That one. Listen, the whole, all right. You want Sharon's opinion? It's the whole vocal ability that you've exercised in here, because it's from the high note where it touches your soul. You know what I'm saying?
Feel it.
Thank you.
It's the whole, you feel it. It's what he's saying is listen, people could do songs all day. There's feeling in it, right? Them can sing, look at you gotta feel it. It's in my soul. That right there.
Thank you.
More than likely, I think you have to re-release that one because
I know.
Am I exaggerating when I call that the greatest love song of the decade?
it is the greatest because it's coming from the heart. You could tell.
Yes, straight from the heart.
Anybody who is not in love would definitely be looking for a partner to fall in love with.
Even if you're in a dance, you know the little shabeen them and they hear something like that, and somebody pull you, you're in love right away.
Yes, we're gonna re-release this song because since 10 Star General bring it to my attention again. I say, no, this song I one of the nicest and sweetest love songs, for real.
Let me ask you a question, brother. Have you chosen to do a video for this?
Not as yet, but it's in the making. We're contemplating and we're deliberating on it, doing the video for this song.
Oh my God, brother, this will be
all he's got to do is like a little remix. Just re-release that song. It's beautiful.
Yes, I agree with you 100%.
That's beautiful, and listen, man, the delivery.
Yeah.
You know I love you and I never let you go. So much places for me and you to go.
It's real.
You know I love you so. What a beautiful song, man.
Yes, sir.
The song is like this. The melodies that's going up and down, round, curve and down. Yeah.
Right.
And
you wrote that song, right? Didn't you write that song?
Yes, I wrote the song. Through the inspiration of the Most High. You can't give it the words. All the songs, at least 98% of the songs you hear with Warrior King, I'm the writer of it,
Where was your headspace at when you wrote that particular song? How did that song come about?
Well, Firehouse George, the Firehouse band, the Firehouse.
Yeah.
I know most of my hit songs they played on it, and I was working on an album, and we reached out to Firehouse George because we just came off a tour. We did a European tour. I think it was me and Juna Kelly did that tour. So I'm telling him I work on an album. So he sent me this rhythm, and I'm just a lover, so I'm always in love. So when I get the rhythm, I'm hear the vibes of the rhythm. From inception of writing songs, even sometimes writing songs come in different ways. Sometimes you write the song and then you get the rhythm played around the melody of what you wrote. And then sometimes you get the rhythm and you have to write a song to a rhythm. So like for this song, I got the rhythm. So Frisco Kid is a virgin who tell me from a long time, so you must listen to the rhythm and make it talk to you. So I just wanted to dedicate a song to my queen and to all people who believe in real, authentic, original love. So that's where my headspace was. So I took my time and carved it out and I recorded at Anchor's. Nigel took the recording. Yeah,
so
Anchor,
that's where Sly Robbie. That's where Sly and Robbie work from, right? Anchor Studios.
Yeah. Sometimes they have their own.
Okay.
Own studio, but sometimes they work at Anchor's too.
Okay, I'm with you. Oh my God.
Yes, Sly and Robbie, they have their own studio on Reddy's Road, but.
I honestly, I love it. That's my new love.
It's a beautiful song. From I hear the rhythm, from I heard the rhythm, I say, yo, I have to find a sweet love song. I want to find a classic song on this rhythm. And
that is the key.
Yes.
The song, the rhythm,
because when
for you.
Yeah. When I'm writing music, I always submerge my everything in music, and I put my emotions, my feelings, my heart, my melody. I actually have to make the words of my mouth and imitation of my heart be accepted in this side. So I always come from a sacred place,
Right.
For your queen, that's what I wanted to hear. He said it doesn't mean somebody had to be around for him to do that.
Yeah. And she's still around. And she's still around. That's the beautiful part of it. She's still around.
Now you see what I'm saying? Re-release the song.
Miss Leslie.
Yeah, big up Leslie Ann.
Yes, Leslie Ann.
You see, only when you have a good woman like I do, you make you write songs or make you perform whatever task or whatever duty you have or responsibility, it brings out the best out of you. So when you're in love, this is the type of song that come out of Warrior King.
Amen.
That's right. He's in tune with his feelings. He's with it, and he's not afraid to express.
Oh yeah.
That is a problem in this life. That people don't want to express their real feelings. Show your love for your queen, your love of life, your love of everything. And that the Most High just blesses you in such a way, man. Like you're such a light. Like you could tell. He's just a light. You know
Thank
what
you
I'm
very
saying?
much. Thank you very much. Thank you
You
very
are,
much.
sir. You
Well,
are.
we're going to delve and find out where this light comes from. So we're going to dig into your life. We're going to start off with your early life. We want to just, find out who is Warrior King. In many years to come, we want people to be able to find information about you, as much as you're willing to share with the world and the generations to come. So we want to take you back to a time where you grew up. Tell me where you grew up, what life was like growing up in the community, what the community was like. Let's just start off there, family life.
Yeah, I was born in Kingston Jubilee Hospital,
Mm,
and Kingston Jubilee was I think Waterford. I was living in Waterford when I was at a tender age. That's what my parents told me. But true, because of the political fiction, 1980 election, them thing there. So
right.
we moved to Clarendon, a place called Sanganeti. So
Who was in power at the time?
I think it was the
Was
PM.
that Manley?
The Manley was in power, and then the whole
Right.
1980 election. I think Siaga took power after that, but it was a very
Okay.
bloody, it was a very violent election. So
Yes,
Mm,
it was.
my father from the country. So when him see the whole gun team, he say, "Yo, go back to the country." That's what my mother
right.
told me, So back to the country. We can't take the city life. So
Yeah.
Mm,
we moved to Clarendon, Sanganeti, and I grew up really in a loving community. I grew up with a lot of love. I grew up in the farming region. I grew up with my father having a little shop and a bar, a grocery
right.
shop and a bar. My mother was a nurse because she's retired now. So we grew up in a community where you couldn't pass somebody without saying good evening or good afternoon or good morning. You couldn't whistle in front of a big person. So I was going with
Yeah.
them type of vibes, and I'd go to carry out in the morning and to feed the chicken in the morning. So as a little child, we have responsibility as a young youth, So I
Right.
grew up a country life, typical country life in Jamaica back then,
Mm,
because it's kind of different now.
mm,
Because when you go back to the country now, like even where I come from, you have the youth them on the corner, everybody dressed up in a pretty clothes, and nobody know want to wear a water boot, nobody know want to tie a goat, everybody just want a quick handout. It wasn't like that when I was growing up. So
right.
What
things
part
are
of that country? I'm sorry to interject, but what part of the country?
a sanguinity. That's below. I don't know if you're familiar with Sparlings. So it's about
Pardon
two.
for no
It's about two.
spelling.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah,
That's
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So where I grew up is like the borderline of Manchester and Clarendon.
Okay,
So
right, yeah.
it's a place called
Oh, okay.
a district called Sanganeti, a very beautiful district with some
Mm.
beautiful people. But I must say, over the years, things has changed drastically because of the
Yes.
culture and the music and everything contribute towards the change of the mindset of the youth, especially. But when I was
Right.
growing up in Sanganeti, Clarendon, it was full of love.
Yeah.
Elders were there to guide you. You have to respect them. So we were grew up with a lot of love, a lot of nature, and good music playing. Because through my father's shop and bar, so every month or every now and again, a sound system would come and string up. Because when you have a business place like a shop and a bar, music bring in
Yeah.
the customers and make the place more popular. So my parents always ensure that the sound system was there all the time. So we grew up loving music, different genres of
Mm,
music, to be honest.
mm.
That's wonderful.
What was school life like for yourself? What was school life like for you?
School life. Well, I was a
Yeah.
brilliant student as far as I can tell. I did very good at school, but you see, because both my parents are disciplinarian, but especially my mother, she don't play. So I have to make sure
Wow.
so the grades up and running, and we have to have when my mother come, parents, teachers here, my father come, I have to make sure so everything in good order, because my mother beat me in front of all my friends. So I have to make sure so the teacher give a good report of me. Yeah, so I grew up, my mother's very strict. My father as well, but I think my mother is a more disciplinarian in a sense. She don't play.
Right.
She's
Right.
she's like a soldier. So maybe that's why I am the type of person I am today. If you
Mm,
notice, we kind of have a different type of discipline and mostly entertainers, because I grew up very disciplined, very rigid.
mm,
Yeah, so we had to go at school. I have three brothers growing up, three of us. I'm the second of the three. And
right.
yeah, so we grew up going to school, get a good education. Sometimes go to school even barefoot, because it was nothing back in the time,
Yeah.
Right.
But no, the fashion thing take over Jamaica, so everybody want to wear the latest shoes and the latest sneakers
For
and
real.
whatever going to school. But it
Right.
wasn't. We used to go to school to play football. I played football for the school that I attended in the primary school. I'm talking about the primary school age.
Mm,
So I played football for Sanganeti Primary School. I was very
yeah.
athletic. I used to do running too. So I always try to get involved in everything that's going on in school, everything that's progressive and productive.
Right. Now, Sharon, step in.
Right. So What did you aspire to be in school?
Hello?
What did you aspire to be in school? Like what piqued your interest when you was in school?
Yeah, I understand. At first, I wanted to be a doctor because
Uh-huh.
my mother was a nurse. I wanted to be
All
like my
right.
mom in terms of because my mother being a nurse. Sometimes people used to come to the house and we say, "Assist her, we're dressing the cuts and bruises,"
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
used to say I want to be a doctor. So in my early stages of my life, I think I wanted to be a doctor. You know, that was my first initial
Mm,
ambition to be a doctor at the time.
mm.
And gradually through the process of time now, we start to engineer when we start to high school. That's when I moved to Kingston. I moved to Portmore, St. Catherine to be precise.
I like
A place, a
Portmore.
community
Yeah.
called Waterford.
Yeah, I know it. Know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you wanted to be a doctor, and what
Mm-hmm.
changed your mind though? Why didn't you pursue that?
Well,
Actually,
I started to because I get full of the sciences, but you see the whole thing with the blood now. We couldn't manage the whole blood situation now. We couldn't manage it. So so we left from Sangnity Primary School because my mother and father they got divorced. So
okay.
mama take us to Waterford St. Catherine. So I started to go Independent City, Waterford Primary. Then I went to Independent City College. Then I went to a technical high school that was St. Andrew Technical High School. So you had to learn a trade. So we get to fall in love with the metal and the metal work and the engineering, you know. So that's
Oh,
when it's changed. But me always have the medical thing. Even though if my youth them sick right now, attend to them before we carry them to a doctor. If it's not that serious, me deal with them myself with natural remedies and some things I'm learned from my mom.
thank you. Yes, me
You know,
too.
so
Yes,
yeah,
that's
it have to be
right.
really serious to carry them to the doctor or the hospital. If it's not that
Yeah.
serious, I can attend to any little cut or bruise or any little thing, any little
Mm,
rash or anything on the skin. I can deal with it myself. You know, but I start now and we start with engineering. So we
mm.
get full of the metal work thing, you know, the welding and the filing and making things out of metal and using the lathe machine and the grinding machine and the different machine you use as an engineer. So that's
Yeah.
where, you know, at that stage of my life.
And you were how old then? What age were you at that time now? 14, 15?
About 13, 14, 13, 14, yeah, 13, 14.
Mm. So
Yes, 13,
music
14.
now. How did your interest in music start at that age, or was it like later on? Because okay, you're doing the metal
No,
work, you're
man.
doing all of that, but
Music was always a part, man. I would say when I grew up in the country, sound system always coming to the shop, so I would
right.
always love music. So I always singing over the songs I hear on the sound system. Sometimes
Mm.
it's with a soul song, like I see the questions in your eyes. With a
Oh yeah.
reggae music, with a hip hop or whatever the different genre of music, I used to just sing over different songs. But when music starts at the age of 30 now, the first artist name was Bounty Jr. because I used to patronize Bounty Killa at the time. So that's how I started out DJing. I started out as an hardcore DJ.
Bounty
You
Junior.
understand? 10 Star General. Junior
Yes,
McCoy. So I
sir.
started. Yeah, so that's the first that's the first entertainer name I got. So I used to imitate Bounty Killa. But most like
Right.
him cultural song like don't not the ghetto where they pour now but thing and this is my
Yeah.
experience. We used to do some of the rude boy thing them too. Because
Right.
when we grew up when we were in the school growing up in our school like in Jamaica is like a community by itself.
Yeah.
So when you're an artist, the first thing because of the clash culture in Jamaica, you know, them time this thing was very popular every December. When you're an artist, everybody want to compete with you, everybody want to come clash you. So you have to have some like a rude boy song for
Right.
clash and defend yourself. It wasn't like say we need violence, but at the
Yeah.
same time, because you have to have a song for defend yourself, like anybody comes out because I was very good at it, I became one of the
Right.
most make me very popular when I'm going to stats because of the
Wow.
clashing culture. So that the Bounty Junior that's I started out as a caterpillar and today I'm a butterfly.
Wow.
Look here, that you're poetry.
Excuse me.
I love it.
And,
So,
and I love the fact that you started out on a dancehall vibe, because one would have thought, you know, your career started off from beginning to end, roots and culture kind of thing, you know. So it's nice to know
No.
that Ponte was one of your big influences, you know.
Yeah. I still love, have a respect for him. I still love him same way.
Yeah.
Cause remember, Garnick still started out as a DJ too, you know. Remember Bimbo, you know, was his first artist
Bimbo,
name.
yeah, that's right.
So me and him share that similarity. I start out to write the dance and rhythm. As a matter of fact, the first time I go Bobby Digital, I run a Bobby Digital studio to record. I went there to record and I dance and rhythm, but when they hear my voice and the melody in my voice, they said no. And then put on a one drop rhythm, and then some start sing, Black woman, you're so meek and mild. Wanted to have my and from that, we start singing for one drop rhythm. You know, that was inside. When I went to Bobby Digital, and Calibod really was the one who said, yo, a one drop. If you sing for one drop, the whole world are gonna love you. So that's how we start singing for really the one drop rhythm. That was one of the first time.
Right. So Sharon, well, I tell you what, like how we're talking about, you know, the studio work. Where did it all begin for you professionally, and how did that begin?
Right, that's what I was going to go.
Well, professionally was the first Virtus Woman song. Really, I would have said that was a song that gave me a professional career. That really started everything professionally for me.
Right.
When I recorded on the Lion Paw label for Michael Johnson, that the first song I recorded, I think 1998, 99 thereabout. You know, I recorded that about them time there. You know, so when I recorded that song, that make everything start being professional. I start have to approach the music from a professional standpoint. I start seeing musicians come to studio. They start play around my vocals. So I start experiencing that type of vibration at that time. You know? Yeah. So the first song that came out, that was really the first official professional song. But I can remember instance. Sorry about that. I can remember instance when I was going to school, and Freshwood, that's my farmer manager, Garfield Watson at the time. He took me to mixing lab. We're there to meet Bulby. I don't know if you're familiar with the Fat Eyes label.
Yes.
There's a producer. Yeah, there's an engineer, producer, a very good friend of mine. His name is Bulby Colin York, you know. I went to record for him, but at the same time, he was so busy doing other things. But at the same time, Margaret just came at the studio. And my manager then, Garfield Watson, introduced me to Margaret, and they gave me a rhythm and said, yo, you have to come tomorrow and record. If you don't find a song by tomorrow, it's going to leave you. So I went home. I had homework to do because I left from school, and I can remember that I skull school and came to the studio and recorded the song. So that was a professional start also. That was a professional experience with Margaret too.
Right.
And I also recorded for Jazzwad. I don't know if you know Jazzwad.
Yes.
Jazzwad, they had a dancer with them.
Yeah.
At the time I was around Frisco Kid, because I know Frisco Kid was the one who started calling me Warrior, and everybody started calling me Warrior King. So being around Frisco Kid, I recorded for Jazzwad, but the real official professional vibe, when I said with Virtus Woman and the Zion Get Rhythm, that was everything started there. Right.
And then previous to that, I'm pretty sure you did talent contests, right?
Yeah, man. We do all the different Tastee Talent concerts. Sometimes I don't even pass audition stage with a lot of them. You know, we do. Yeah, man. Right now, I can remember that I did a Tastee Talent Show. And the person that won the talent thing, I passed him selling back juice on the road up to today. You understand? So even some advice for youths when you're coming up, it's not who sucks. Is continuing to do what you do to the best of your ability, because you can never tell what tomorrow brings. Because I did Jammies, they have a audition session too. I went around there. And them time them have the Bada rhythm. I try to find a song for the Bada rhythm, but I wasn't successful at it. But I got the opportunity. But with every opportunity, for me, it's a growing. It's a chance for me to grow and get better and own my craft better. So some people, when they go to talent shows and something, they think they just win and be successful. But for me, it was doing the shows and meeting people and learning more and see how I can improve my craft. You know, so I did all the different things. Went to Cactus in Portmore, went to Clarendon, went all over the place, trying to get a break. Sometimes we went to stage shows whenever you get the opportunity to perform, but even to be there and watch other artists perform and see how the whole thing go, it was like school for me, you know?
Yeah.
So I was always and I'm always optimistic in everything that I do.
Go ahead, Sharon.
That's the right attitude, though. You know what I mean? You have to be humble, right? To get to the next level. Because when you think that we have it, sometimes you might not. But you didn't take it personal. You just, all right, I'm going to grow from this. You know what I mean? You just keep getting better and better. But I want to know though, when did you know you could
Yes.
sing? Did you go to church? Because you're very melodic. You know what I mean? When you're singing a song, you can, if you don't hear a beat, you can follow the root of the songs in your head. You know what I mean? If you don't hear the music and you hear you singing, you can follow it. So where did that come from?
Really and truly, I didn't even know when I started singing. It's people start telling me, say, let me start becoming a singer. I walk up in the community and I go to school and say singer. But me I just love doing music. We just have the passion for music. And because of the passion and the drive and the love that I have for music, I just keep on doing it and doing it. You know, and you continue doing something over and over. It's just you're growing, and sometimes you don't even realize that you're growing and getting better at it. So it's like the people in the community, the people in the studio, and everywhere when people start to sing, you're a wicked singer, you're a good singer, and they come to me and say, yo, I do it because they're music, you know. So I really didn't know say I'm a singer, because I'll give you a joke. It's when I recorded Virtus Woman, that Shuba, when I was recording the song, I'll give you a joke. When I was recording the song, I was in the studio, I sing, and I reach on the bridge, and I say, oh man, you say you love me. You never, you know, me a Colin Roach. I don't know if your family is Colin Roach.
Yes,
Colin
man.
Roach, I said, look how you ride the bridge. Let me say, look how you ride the bridge, man. Them time I don't have a clue what them bridge. I don't know what them bridge. I just know say the rhythm. All I knew that the rhythm I go up, I'm just go up with it. That's all I knew at the time.
Yeah.
So it was just because I have the passion, I have the love for music. So when I listen to music, I put everything in it. So the rhythm go up, I go up with it. It's when Colin Roach sitting at the studio, I say, listen, ride the bridge. Me I say in my mind, what am I talking about? You know?
Right.
But when he come out and me see him, I explain to me, I know what's a bridge there, right there and then. So it's like it's just a natural inborn gift I have, you know? I'm here for music, so it's a gift I have. So I'm practicing, keep practicing. Up to today, I just keep practicing because I know there's always room for improvement. There's always room for improvement. So I keep practicing every day.
Wow. So let me ask you now, when you realized that, matter of fact, there's a question I wanted to ask before. You say your mum was strict. You was more living with your mum. When your mum found out you was going into music, what did she say to you?
Waste our money. Yeah, cause as I said, I was because of my parents, my mom and dad, but I'm gonna say I'm mostly grown by my mom. I have a very good education background because most of the schools that I attended, I was either prefect or monitor or something. I was always like, you know, in the top 10. You know, if I'm in a class of 50, I'm in the top 5 when it comes to bookwork. You know, so I'm always good at it. So my mother wanted me to become an engineer or somebody in society, like, you know. So when I started to do music, people started Nurse Boyton Croft, because they used to call me Nurse because my mother is a popular nurse in the community.
Oh my God. I haven't heard that word in a long time. I said sorry.
Nurse Boyton Croft. You know, my mother hear people start telling boy, I waste time. I say my DJ, I'm not going to do them people and the pancana DJ. And so she just, I would say, she wastes her money, send me to school, you know. But, you know, sometimes when nobody believes in you, you have to believe in yourself.
In yourself.
Yeah, I'm not killing nobody. I'm not committing a crime. I'm not robbing nobody. I'm not a thief. I do music. I'm doing something. But at the time, to be honest, when we just started out, I started out with named Bounty Jr. So the music, some of the music that I was creating at the time wasn't so pleasant in terms of was like a rude boy thing sometimes. So I never had a sense of direction at the early stages of my career. But when we started Rastafari now, I'm going to start realizing the power of words. Know that words, if you read the Bible, it's a life and death in the power of the tongue. Words create and words destroy. Then I became very mindful. of the type of words that come out of my mouth. So to answer your question, Mama never really supportive in the beginning. Neither Papa either. Because them say me I waste time and me turn cruff and all kind of thing. You know, one of the time you want me to take on to the Rastafari faith and the music, Mama said, get out of my house. I have to get out. Sometimes we are bouncing on people's veranda. I sleep on different people's house top. Sometimes when I forgot St. Mary, go stay with my uncle who was a Rastafarian at the time. So sometimes we used to go clean up people's yard with the grass, and sometimes I have to go with him because I'm at the house. So I have to help him out. So I have to bring in some money in the house. So, you know, so we have to do all different type of things until Mommy, she said, the vision what we have in our head, you know. She's one of my biggest fans now.
What? Sorry, go ahead, Sharon, go on.
Right, so yeah, that's why I asked. I said, you know, listening to you, you could tell the education. You're well educated and look like you always got the top marks in school. I'm like, wait, what would your mum say? So that's why I had to ask you that question, because I had a feeling she wasn't supporting it.
No. But right now, she's my biggest fan. Mama
That's
is my biggest fan. Yeah,
Yeah.
she invested in me too when she ready. Yeah, man. Look, big up Mama Doreen. Cause I know she tuning right now, but big up Mama Doreen, you know? Yeah, biggest fan.
Mama Doreen.
Yeah, Mama Doreen. And big up my father, Mr. Dyer, same way. Cause I know two of them love me very much, and I love both of them equally.
Yeah. You said something so crucial, right? Which just listening to you, especially when you turned to Rastafari, right? That was a pivotal point in your life.
Yeah.
Virtuous woman. What led to you penning to paper Virtuous Woman? And at what point in your life did Rastafari come into your life?
Well, when I go start same way, when I go St. Andrew Technical High School, you'd have some bridging. Them always talk about Africa. Them always talk about Marcus Garvey. Them always talk about Haile Selassie. Them always talk about all different type of things that drew my curiosity. I know through my love read and them things that sometimes when I hear them talk, I go do my research for my own. So when we go to school, that history class, we learn say man evolved from apes and them things that we leave from the history class, the religious education class is very contrary, because in a religious education class, them teach about Adam and Eve. It's kind of contradictory in the same school curriculum. So all those things is to draw my curiosity. So me I search and we'll pick up on Marcus Garvey teachings. You know, pick up on Marcus Garvey teachings, and Marcus Garvey are the first national hero in Jamaica. But when they teach you about Marcus Garvey in the schools in Jamaica, them just only scratch the surface. So when me start reading philosophies and opinion, I'm say, wow.
Right.
That kind of transform whole mindset different, you know? And then we start knocking with some Rastafari bridging and sistering. We start go around Mortimer Plano. You know, I don't know if you're familiar with Mortimer Plano, Sister Sharon.
Yeah, I am.
At one point, I was by his bedside. A lot of people thought I was his son at one point, you know, because I was so hungry for knowledge. I was sitting by him. All of the people from all over the world came and asked him questions. I was just sitting, listening everything. And when them gone, I asked him a bag of questions. I find Jalide. I link up with Brother Followed in a Waterford. He gave me a lot of literature, teachings of His Majesty. So all of that kind of transformed me from my state of thinking, how I used to think and how I think now. You know, all of that helped to contribute, mold me to the person I am today.
Right.
And I talk about writing of the song Virtuous Woman now.
Yeah.
I was reading the philosophies and opinion. If you notice, no real man can live without a woman. Like night to day is a woman to a man. That was taken from the speeches of Marcus Garvey. If you read the first 3 pages of the philosophies and opinion of Marcus Garvey, I got the idea from there. And through reading the Bible, when the Bible talk about a virtuous woman, and price is far above rubies and diamonds and pearl. And I was in a community and living in a society where people put all the blame on a woman. You know, them always say woman caused this, woman caused that, woman. But me, I said to myself, say, if me give 10-star general a gun to fire, right? And 10-star general supposed to know wrong from right. Him can't just blame me for that. Him have a mind for himself to think. So me use the sound now for change that and put some respect on the woman and lift up the woman, because I was mostly grown by a woman. My mother is a woman, you know. I'm at my early stage of my career and my life. I was grown by both my parents, and because they got divorced, I was grown mostly by my mother. My mother is a strong black woman, you know, and so me, I just lift up woman through reading the scriptures. And on the 2nd of November 1930, Haile Selassie and his wife was crowned on the same day. And normally, on occasion, our coronation in Ethiopia, the woman is not crowned on the same day. She's crowned 3 days after, a week after, but His Majesty ensured that his wife was crowned the same day, and he said women should play equal roles in her day-to-day activities. And through that type of vibration now, Virtuous Woman came. The song came through them type of inspiration. That was the type of thinking and the type of thought process that was going through my mind. So she gave me the inspiration to write that song. And I was also reading a book called The Acts of Faith. I don't know if you're familiar with that book. It's a nice book. I don't remember the art of the book, but it's a good book to have in your collection. I recommend everybody to read. It's a book I read daily. Acts of Faith. And at the time, there was an article that came out in the Gleaner, the Observer in Jamaica, where Muta Baruka and Yassa Safari, they were talking about who is a virtuous woman or what is a virtuous woman. So in the whole reason, some people think that a virtuous woman is a woman that never have sex before. you know, and Muta Baruka and Justice Safari, they were saying, no, a virtuous woman can maybe be with a lot of man, and because of her unfortunate situation, because every man come and take advantage of the woman, she have to move on in a different relationship. And when she move on in a different relationship, man take advantage of her just to see that no makes she a bad person. She's trying to be a genuine, she's trying to be a good woman to her man, but the man just come they just want to have fun and go. You understand? And because of that, she get pregnant for each of them. So that doesn't make her a bad woman. So that's all the whole song came about. You know, I put everything. His Majesty wasn't the first man for Empress Menen. She was married 4 times before. She had 4 children before she met His Majesty. You know, and she was a virtuous woman according to His Majesty. So I try to bring the whole perspective and the concept of what a virtuous woman is. A virtuous woman is a woman that respects herself and respects her king man and bring honor to her household. So that's the whole vibes. That's how the song came about, you know.
Thank you for that. We're going to play a few bars. I want to just say thank you to Sharon Bentley. We have Sharon Bentley in the comment section on YouTube.
They're breaking up.
Oh, can you hear me now? Is it better now?
Can you?
Okay. Can you hear me now, Sharon?
No, I can hear you. No,
okay.
I can hear the breaking up though.
Can you hear me, Warrior King? I think he's breaking up.
Yeah, he's breaking up. He's frozen.
Yeah. His internet is acting up. Well, thanks Sharon Bentley down there in Germany for tuning in. Beverly Notes, and we also have a gentleman from Kenya, I do believe. Hisborn, bless up yourself. I think that's Natty King or something like that. Natty King, man. Bless up yourself. And no matter where you're logged in from, thank you, each and every one. Let me just try and play a couple of bars of this virtuous woman till Warrior King comes back on the scene.
Hey, you know what? Real quick, Beverly said, because I was going to say it, but Beverly said, Mortimer Planner was mentor to Bob Marley. You knew that, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah.
I remember that she put it in there. Let's up these notes. Beverly, yourself, Sharon B. Blessings, queens. But yes, sorry, B.
No, that's okay. Go ahead.
No, I'll say never. Bless up to everybody in the room. This is beautiful.
Bless the love, bless the love.
Yes,
Did you hear me before?
Yes.
Yes, I was saying that all of that mindset and that thought process and all the books that I was reading at the time inspired the song Virtuous Woman. The Marcus Garvey book, Speech of His Majesty, the teachings from the Holy Scriptures, and my perspective on life. That's what inspired the song Virtuous Woman.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of things. It wasn't just one thing. It was a lot of things that was going on in my life at the time.
Right. And from what I know, I can only speak of the UK perspective, but back then, especially back in, I think I'm going back to maybe the 70s, early 70s when, Rastafari, the Rastafarian religion or lifestyle or movement came into play. And a lot of West Indians who were in the UK, who were of the Christian background, didn't really take favorable to the Rastafarian religion kind of thing. So I know in your household, I know you touched upon it, but in your household, it must have been brimstone and fire.
Mm-hmm. They didn't take favor to the Rastafari religion at the time.
Right. That's growing up in England, but yes.
No, because it was because of the European mindset that the European teachings that we got in the churches and the schools. So it was very contrary to what they have learned. So it's something new, but it was also something ancient. Because the Rastafari tradition, I talk about the Solomonic dynasty, which is nothing new under the sun. The Solomonic dynasty, the union with the Queen of Sheba and Solomon, it's nothing new. It's in the scripture there. The Ethiopians, them have it. If you read a book called the Kebernicus, it tell you about the Queen of Sheba, and she met up with Solomon, and there was a union formed between them, and that's how the Solomonic dynasty went into Ethiopia. So it's nothing new that the Rastaman make up. The locks is nothing new, because if you read the Bible, in the Old Testament, the children of Israel, they wore locks because they made the Nazarite vow. Samson had locks. Christ had locks. And most of the people who were highlighted in the Bible were people with locks. So, you know, Absalom, Solomon's son, had locks because his locks got caught up in the tree and he was getting by his locks. So the locks thing is nothing new, but because we bring something new, which is something old to them, and they were taught different by the Europeans. That's why that caused
the mindset.
Because we all know that Ethiopia is the oldest Christian nation upon the face of the earth. Because if you read the Acts of the Apostle, the Ethiopian eunuch was baptized by Philip, you know, and that's how Christianity went into Ethiopia. So it's nothing new. You know, we don't come in a new name, which is dreadful and terrible amongst Eden. That's the only difference, you know what I mean?
That's right.
And we look at it from an Afrocentric point of view, because most of the things that happen in the Bible were in that side of the world, in Africa. So we try to bring that to the people, but they don't like themselves. So that's why they have a problem with it, you know?
Yeah. And you know, even, you know, because I remember back in the 70s, vaguely I remember it. And I remember there was this man, you know, short man. And I think, if I can remember correctly, he had come to the UK, Selassie had come to the UK. And he was sitting back in the carriage with the Queen. Now, I'm thinking to myself, who is this man that made himself or calls himself the Emperor? Because the Emperor is the highest title you can achieve. And then to see, if I can remember correctly, I think the Queen was bowing to Selassie, and I'm thinking, what?
Yeah, man.
You know? So I'm thinking to myself, this man must be mighty and powerful. You know? So that's what grabbed my attention about Selassie back then. And then later on, realizing he came from, to my understanding, the lineage of David.
Yes, I know everywhere that he went, everywhere in the world that he went, it was the same thing. If he came to Jamaica, if he went to the United States, it was a roadblock. Everybody came out to see his majesty. Just like when Christ was treading the earth, everybody wanted to see Jesus Christus or Jesus Christ or Jesus Christ. Everybody wanted to see him, so they've come and block the road. They want to see who is this little man. So the same thing with his majesty. The whole world want to see who is this man that commands so much respect as a black man, especially in the time that he was living in time that black people were lynched in America, and black people were slaves in different parts of the world. Who is this like a short black emperor that commands so much respect, even of the white nations of the world? And everywhere that he went, the white nations bestowed the highest honor upon this man. Like Jamaica, he got Doctor of Laws. In England, he got different titles, everywhere he went. Who is this man? So we come and tell the people that this man is God in flesh. The word became flesh. You know, that's what the Rasta man come and say, and it became a problem. You know, it's become a big problem. You know, because people, at the teaching where people have their mind set away. You know, definitely.
So this, would you call it a religion or a lifestyle?
Well, that's a way of life, or that's the Rastafari nation. It's better to put that the Rastafari nation if you want to use that term.
Okay,
it's a way of life. And nothing is wrong with religion. The problem with religion is when religion become a problem is when you try to impose your religion on someone else, you know? But to me, from my perspective, I don't see anything wrong with religion, because religion is made by man. It's a set of rules and regulations which supposed to make you more spiritual.
Right.
So, you know, so you can't say it's a way of life, you can't say religion. I understand, you know, definitely.
So this this way of life now truly got. Oh, we've lost him again.
Oh,
have we lost him again?
We did for a minute, but
okay.
Can you hear us?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Good.
Okay. We're not gonna let the devil win. They're gonna have to
we have to fight this. We ain't letting you go. I not let you go.
Yes. So you can continue. I'm very sorry. I don't know what's going on, but I'm sorry about this. You know, my apologies to the listeners, to the viewers. But we're here sitting in. I have nowhere to go, so I'm here with you.
Amen. Well, I'm gonna play a few bars.
Love to hear it. Yeah.
Then we'll just continue. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
This is Lloyd Brown giving full endorsement to Stuck in Emotion right up there. Radio. The station with integrity. The station with a difference. Remember me tell you, Light Brown said some bulldog say get emotion right up there. Radio. We now stop till we drop. Sing bless.
Shuba shuba, shuba shuba day, shuba shuba, shuba 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 day, shuba shuba, shuba shuba day, yeah. Now the real man can live without a woman. Like niceness as a woman to her man.
Right.
Essential to his purpose and his mission. A good woman is a glory to her man. She never take the power, she just make him a better man. Every great man has a virtuous woman. Woman, you love me. You never leave me lonely. Yeah.
That's the part they're talking about.
Yeah.
Alina,
My strong, which is part of your plan. I leave my mom and dad, find a woman and be one. With a woman I made my bond, perfect combination. I am a black man, so I love me black woman. Woman, I give me this sweet, sweet love. Oh, anytime I day, yeah, lots of pieces and halves. Oh, I burn out some yeah. A real man can live
a woman.
is a woman to her man. She's essential to his purpose and his mission. A good woman is a glory to her man.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's make him a better man. Every great man has a virtuous woman. Woman, I love my man. The father of the land, you empress Africa. The mother of the Rastafari culture.
Finish it off.
The Empress Benin, who showed us the right and the true way of living, woman could never cast sin. So listen as I sing, for the women of the earth, let my joy their ring, ring, ring. Equality in a Zion, by nature's law, that's the way it should go. For every man I know there is a woman, you be the valley, that's all I know. So, well, shuba, day. Warrior King love Julie Mango more and more every day. Shuba. 10-star general, pick up myself.
Listen.
We like the vibes, we like the
I
conversation.
love that. Well, you see what I'm saying? Like, my mind is, I just love music, right? I love everything. But it just didn't dawn on me this was you, right? Because I was like, oh my God, this are you that wicked song? You know what I'm saying? At the time, it didn't hit me. I'm like, oh my God, yes. Love him.
So that's I think what we're work. They see the problem that we have now when myself and my management team working. A lot of people know the song, but sometimes they don't know the face.
They don't know the face, right?
Yeah, so sometimes if you say Warrior King, some people say, yeah, family know the name. But when they play the song, they say, oh, you sing that song, let's have to try. Right now, we're trying to put visuals. Like if the song you love, we're trying to do more visuals. Right. So people can see me and hear me at the same time. You know?
Yes,
so we give thanks to the opportunity being on the platform here is very important. So people can see me as well as hear me, you know?
It's very important. Whatever you say here is time stamped. You understand? They get to know the real you, who you are. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was Miss Bentley says virtuous woman was a monster hit. Yeah, even Obama did love it. But it's true though.
For real.
Yeah. He said as a matter of fact, on one of his interviews, he said, me and Bob Marley is his favorite reggae artist.
Yeah.
Bob said, me and and I saw it on television in Jamaica.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think I saw that interview.
You have a British called Lewis Hamilton. He said Bob Marley and Warrior King is his favorite reggae artist. Yeah, I saw that. I heard it on the radio. I didn't see the interview, but I heard it on the radio. You know?
That's what I'm saying. See?
So the music is going far and wide. People in high places, low places listening. You know? And behind the music, I'm very humble and very loving. You know, I'm a kind person. You know what I mean? Not saying that I'm a lamb to be slaughtered, but you don't know. We have a time where we have to be stern on certain things. But you know, very nice, we're very tolerant. You know, I don't fight against the next man religion or woman religion. I respect everybody's faith.
Right.
That's the type of person I am. You know.
Right, and that's the way it should be. But you know what it is with you? Like Bob Marley, whatever you put out there, right, has longevity. A lot of these songs coming out, they're here for a minute. But you fall into the category of the greats.
Yes, thank you very much.
And
thank
that's
you.
not
I'm
even
honored.
that's not even like Yes, you got your Bob Marleys, but I'm talking about your Stevie Wonders, your whatever artist you got, even a Frank Sinatra, right? It's
Yes.
the music they put out to when they put it out, timeless.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the type of music.
And just like that song you put out, that love song 8 years ago, right? Look at that.
It still sound fresh, sound like a brand new song.
Sound fresh. It's you. It's what you are delivering. That is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You fall in the category of the greats because you sing every part, every lyric or whatever it is in the song resonates with somebody somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It could be the whole song. It could be parts that be like, yeah, man, I was in that mindset. Yeah, man, I feel this one, you know, to my art. You did that. That's from your heart and soul, and that's what makes you Warrior King. You know what I mean? You are definitely one of the greats. Lyrically.
Thank
I don't forget about your vocals, man. Just impressive.
Man. I try to maintain the standard, and it's true. We learn from the greats, you know, because we have the opportunity of being around some of the greats, and we watch them, and we try to keep the standard, you know. It's like we get a button, so we have to pass on the button to the younger generation. So we have to be that example, you know. Definitely with the music. Because reggae music is a force to be reckoned with, and we want people know that, you know, reggae music is not just a backdoor thing. It's an official, high quality music with good messages and good melodies and good music arrangements and so forth, you know.
But that's literally what reggae music represents. When I was watching something a couple of days ago, I guess they were people cruising somewhere, but when people hear about reggae music, they think of sunshine, something beautiful, you know what I mean? Depending on what they're listening to, right? But when you hear some of the darker songs, with the violence and this and that, and I'm not really knocking anybody specific, but I'm just saying, when you're doing that, it puts the individuals in a different mindset, right? Where they're not gonna follow righteous way, basically. Not to say I'm telling anybody what to do, but you understand what I'm saying. It's just with individuals like yourself, you're never going to change who you are, and that's why you will continue to be who you are. You know what I'm saying? Bringing light. It's bringing light and love into people's hearts.
I shine my light bright. I try to shine my light bright as ever.
And that's what music is supposed to do.
Yes, on stage or off stage, you know, I'm a light.
Exactly. That's what music is meant to do. Music is a healing property. There's a song, every emotion out there. It is a healing property. So when you're delivering good lyrics and then plus you got good music, it puts you in a totally different heads. You know what I'm saying? It can take you out of where you're the darkness and bring you to the light. It's individuals like you, Warrior King. You do that.
Yes, I try my best. I try my best all the time. Whenever I deliver, whether a performance or doing a recording, I try my best to ensure that the music is positive. I can bring light and comfort and hope and inspiration to people. Can bring joy and happiness, you know, to people.
Yeah. Because in the world, as you know, like 10 Stars said in the very beginning, we do the mental health shows, right? Once a month, we're dedicated to do that because there's so many people in darkness, and it could be because of religion, it could be because of an abuse, just something that's happened in their life. For some people, music has helped them to get to the next level. You know what I mean? Positive music. It's needed. I think Jamaica needs it. So just constantly just don't fall back, because we know there's so many stories going on about Jamaica. This and that is happening. It's not like there isn't things happening around the world.
The sad part of it, you know, you see the sad part of what's going on in Jamaica. You see with that kind of corporate companies, them, and even the government of Jamaica, they push the artists who are singing the violent and the lewd songs.
Right.
You never see them approach a real Rastaman and say, yo, come do a commercial or do something. Or put it at the forefront. We're kind of the schools. You understand? The government and the corporate sectors in Jamaica, they are the one promoting the valiant them and the gun songs them, and the politicians them even campaign with the gun songs them when they do them campaign. And the people do the culture song. They never yet approach us. They don't approach us on nothing. They don't approach us on nothing for help society. We have to do it ourselves. I try to push ourselves out there. Them don't do it. And then the same people them complain about the crime and the violence and the way the girls them behave, and the rape and this and the that and the that, and they're the one pushing it at the same time. So it's kind of hypocritically, it's hypocrisy, you know. It's madness.
Yeah. I've heard that. I've definitely heard that, and there just has to be a break somewhere. There's got to be a change, because all of that is just for a time. It cannot keep going that way. It cannot keep going on that trajectory. You know what I mean? It cannot.
You remember a couple of years ago, Jamaican music was known for liberation, liberating Africa, Zimbabwe.
Yes.
And was right. Like when Bob Marley said, "Get up, stand up on your right." You see big things are going on in the world. You see him play Bob Marley or Peter Touch rights. But no, Jamaica is not known for that. The type of music that is coming out of Jamaica is a disgrace. It's a disgrace. And good, not saying that good music is not being created in Jamaica, but they're not promoting the good music. Whether me sing it or somebody sing it, or Bushman sing it, or Luciana sing it, or somebody or young artist sing it, they not promote them. They quick up to promote the radio stations them in Jamaica. They promote more gun song and slackness and just edit it. You play a song, you have to edit it. Beep. You play a song, you hear the song, and you beep, beep. You know, the youth them know where you beep out, where you beep it out, but they already know what's there. It don't make no sense.
It don't.
Promote the good songs.
Yeah.
We all have to play our part. The singers, the DJs, the politicians, everybody have to play their part to make this world a better place. No one person cannot do it. We all have to contribute. You understand? All have to contribute towards a betterment, especially for the youths now. Right now, I'm sorry for the future of Jamaica, because the youths have gone to the dogs. Everybody are bleach. Everybody turn scammer. Everybody want fast money. Nobody don't want to work again. It's very sad when they see the little youth, them not have no hope. And they keep feeding them with the music, feed them with this garbage music now, and it just intoxicate them and corrupt them more and more. And so the future of Jamaica, it's sad. And Jamaica is supposed to be the lighthouse of the world. And if the lighthouse of the world are behave this way, the whole world in a shambles.
Yeah.
Cause everything Jamaica do, all the Caribbean islands follow. If you notice now, the violence get away in Trinidad, it get away in the different parts of the Caribbean, the violence. And when you check it now, the type of music we are playing in the Caribbean, they complain. It reaches the stage where some prime minister of some country have banned some dancehall artists from playing in their country because of the type of message they never bring to the country. And it's very sad. Jamaica not supposed to happen to Jamaica. Jamaica is supposed to be the one love country where the unification and one love message and hope and prosperity. That's not the reality. It's very sad. Bob Marley, all the greats them turn right now that them grave, all the one them who sacrifice them life for the genre reggae music or Jamaican music. Them turn at them grave now, them sad.
Yeah.
Marcus Garvey and all the great prophets, Nanny, the whole of them supposed to turn out upset with us.
Yeah, well,
they're disgraced.
It's a shame. That's why I spoke on it, because I said all what I had to say, because you are a part of that future. You are a part of that change. You will be that part of that change. You and many others. If you give up, if you say, "Why am I can't do this no more?" You know, I'm just tired of it. If you give up, then everybody's gonna give up.
I'm gonna give you a joke. A hospital, I know you're going to call the name. A hospital from Jamaica called me for a performance recently, maybe a couple months ago, maybe about 6 months ago. They want me to perform, and the head of the hospital called me on my phone. You get my number from somebody that knows me. I'm saying, want me to perform? I said, no problem, man. See, friend, and get back to me maybe a week after and say, all a staff meeting and the staff of the hospital, they say they don't like the Rastafari thing, they're more Christian minded. You listen to me good, 10 Star General?
May I hear you good and proper.
Julie Man, you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to call the hospital name because my mother was a nurse, a prominent nurse in Jamaica.
I understood.
And the hospital called me and said they would love me perform with my band. I said, no problem, ready and able and willing. Excited about the performance. Because I love them type of intimate setting there. Because my mother nurse is good to go perform back for the nurse and the doctors them to show them some love and thing. And about a week after I called, I said, boy, we had a meeting and the staff, I said, they're Christian, man, they don't want the Rasta thing. And I said, so what wrong? Most of my songs have come from the Bible, so what the problem? And them say, boy, this and boy, that. I'm saying, all right, I understand. And I have to make a decision, no problem. This one, we look at the flyer for the hospital, Spice and Sensia up there on the bill.
No.
You understand?
That don't make no sense.
So tell me now, and a Christian mindset, they say they're Christian people. I say, no problem. And when we see the flyer who performed it was Spicy and Sincere, but now I fight against somebody, But if they were Christian minded, they should quick have to accept my type of singing then. You understand? So that's the state of the music in Jamaica. When you go to schools and sing now, the teacher them I broke out and wine more than even the students. Them are play the type of music and they're supposed to be the teachers, the one who's supposed to be the example. So that's why I said Jamaica in a sad state right now. The teachers, the nurses, the doctors, all of them gone.
You know, we're living in times, and I never thought in this day and age I would live to see where you would have people actually preaching the gospel of Jesus, right?
Yes.
Talking about God and Jesus Christ, and you could be arrested for speaking the gospel or preaching the gospel in public, because that's what's going on right now, right?
If we wear a shirt with Christ's name on it,
yes,
it's a problem.
You
get arrested. You can be arrested for it in some part of America.
And guess what? On the other hand of what I'm saying, you could be in public doing the same thing, but preaching about Satan himself, and it'll be absolutely fine with everyone.
Right now, I want to tell you something. It's easier for an artist who are singing about gun violence and lewd lyrics and woman underneath woman this and all. They're quicker to get a visa than a person who sing about consciousness. They're quicker to get a US visa or English visa to come to England or Canada. They're quicker to get a visa.
Yeah.
I was banned for 7 years. I just got my US visa back last 2 weeks ago. I mean, never sing a gun song.
Big warrior, what the ban you for?
Wait, for what?
Why? I didn't want to talk it over the year. But I try to tell you, say 7 years I was back. I just got my visa. That's why nobody I do not show in America, because from nobody from America you can't come England. And it's difficult for you to go Canada and certain places. I'm tell you, say a man who sing about gun and a man who sing about certain type of lyrics, and quick time to get them visa for fly. You understand? But when we are seeing certain type of revolutionary stand where we look against this injustices of society, and we look against politicians who exploit the people them, and you understand? They don't want to give you a visa for travel. It's not me alone. Many of the conscious artists them. That's why I see some places in the world and most of them are use the same artists we're based in California, the same white, not some racist or anything, the same white reggae artists them are perform on the festival, and we when they are Jamaica we make the music and originate it. We get a visa to leave the country. We go perform and spread the message of Rastafari. It's very difficult. So all them things that need to be addressed.
You know, they're trying to change the dynamic right now. That's what they're doing.
Well, that too,
I know.
That too, but let me tell you something. Because that whole statement, what you said, I'm like, I can see it like it's writing on the wall. You are very powerful. Your words are powerful. They want to keep people down, keep them in the dark, but individuals like you are going to put people in the light, right? And where they're just like, yes, it is an injustice. That's an injustice, and yes, we're gonna stand up. They don't want you to promote that, so they're gonna shut you down quick. They will shut you down very quickly, because come on, that's what they're trying to do. Marley. They can glorify him now, but he went through that stuff too. He's very powerful.
Yeah.
He was a very powerful man lyrically because of what he was saying. He was talking the truth, which is what you do, and many other artists, cultural artists like that. You're speaking the truth, but once you get too powerful, they will block your way. That's what's happening.
Block your way. And what they would do too, you see, when you see certain messages, they try to find a weakness and just use that and just mash it out.
But that's what it is.
Yeah.
They've done that with or come on now, Martin Luther King, or it's all these people. They became too powerful.
Get rid of them.
Get rid of them quick. Get rid of them quick. I could see where this is going. Oh, they're promoting this but if they keep us down with the gun violence and singing about that, who I jump out from the stage and one woman, all of that is it's just nonsense. I've never seen so much crap in my entire life. When you're on the stage, you say you have to dance, and just want to fly off the top of the something onto a wall. They're just making it. It's just corrupted now. There is a corruption in this industry, this reggae industry. The corruption is big.
So let me just take you back.
All the different.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Warrior, go ahead.
I was saying to Sister Mango that it's not just reggae. It's just all the different. If you notice, the hip hop music is the same thing they're doing too. The same thing they're doing too. The one that was singing the type of lyrics where if mash up the society and mash up the youth their mindset, those are the answers they push. And the ones that with the positive message, they shelf them. That's what they're trying to do, you know, because they love see our people kill out, they love so we kill off one another. And some love us so much. And these are women like they're prostitutes and whores and all kind of thing. They don't like us to lift them up and show them the right way. That they don't want to hear them type of things.
Right.
Yeah, man, bless it up.
Yeah.
Yes, General.
So how do you get people on board? Like, for instance, like I knew this was going on from the minute they killed Peter Tosh, right? When they entered into his residence and killed him, he was talking about, you know, creating a radio station, you know, and doing so much more, you know, and they killed him off. Now, for a long time, my mindset and my spirit told me that, like, for instance, in order for me to get this point across, I've got to take you back to maybe Bob Marley, right? Who was a simple man who was trying to make his music heard. Bob Marley had gotten to a stage whereby, as a young kid, this is what's going on in my head. I'm saying if Bob Marley wanted to become, for instance, Prime Minister of Jamaica, he could win hands down. So at that point, my mind told me that Bob Marley would always be a marked man. Lo and behold, they tried to shoot him at one point, and he came to the UK, for refuge, and he was here for a little while before he went back to Jamaica. Lo and behold, Peter Tosh got murdered, as you well know. They tried to silence him, and to me, it seems like anybody who came with a powerful voice that came out of Jamaica, right? They tried to silence, or they tried to do the next best thing, which is take away your visa. You know, so once you get to a stage where you're at in your career, right, and you start to understand what's going on in the system, are they tying their hands behind your back to get you to water down the message?
Yeah, but a person like me now will never, as long as me have life, never kill me for stop singing. I mean, I only know to do the right thing, and that's all I know, to do the right thing and say the right thing. So as we can talk for myself, some people, the pressure, them can't take the pressure, so them water down the lyrics, them start singing all kind of thing, get commercialized, because they want to be a part of what's going on. But me not water down my message with nobody. You understand? I rather go do farming and do music and still put up my message and try to survive, same way for a little farming or whatever we do. Yeah, but me not water down the truth. The truth is an offense, but not a sin.
Right. So now that you have your visa, so you said that they're giving you back your visa, your stance still remains of what you just said to me, especially when you hit the international stage.
Yeah, man. Okay. You see the song you played a while ago, Virtus Woman?
Yeah.
Right through the pandemic, some lawyers came to me to perform for them. And when I was singing, the first thing they said, don't sing that song. What? That's what they told me. Yeah, they said, we don't want that song. We don't want that. Yeah, if you can sing all other songs, but don't sing that song. I said, no, that's my most popular song. I have to sing this song.
Yeah.
I sing the song enough, but when they put back the play, they edit out the whole song of me performing. They edit out that song.
Jesus.
I find it very funny.
I don't understand.
Yeah, man, I tell you. Everything never got you.
But wait,
the song where you rocked a while ago? Shuba. Yeah, man, we tell enough time people come and radio stations and them and lock me off and all kind of thing. Enough radio station in Jamaica.
Why? What is in there that is so... what?
One time we did I did an apple tree. I did an apple tree one time. I made a drive through apple tree and I tell a lie. I eat some banana and my belly start cut me. So I see BP Records office, I say I'm going to use the bathroom. I'm going to use the bathroom. I'm look on the wall. I see a big picture of myself at Holy Faith. You know the Holy Faith album cover? I don't even remember that cover. With the church with the Ark of the Covenant and everything that was drawn in it. Yeah, we put up, we say SEAL over my mouth. SEAL. Put big tape over my mouth. SEAL. Well typed out. We just tear it off. You understand? So enough politics, enough science, enough kind of witchcraft and all kind of thing are going on in the music business.
It is.
There's a lot of that going on. Yeah. And if I never went to use the restroom, I wouldn't see that. I would have stare it off. I say to the person at the front, what go on, what this? Why they put seal over my mouth? And you never have a clue, because maybe I not even him do it, because he's just a secretary. You understand?
Yeah.
I see a lot of them things that go on in the music business. Nothing where people might not know, but
Right.
outside, a lot of internal things. Artists get a lot of fight diplomatically.
Yeah.
Right.
Trust me, we're very aware. We are, Tenstar and I are very, very aware of what goes on behind the scenes. You know what I mean? It's a shame, but a lot of artists choose not to speak about it. You know what I mean? But we know. We know.
Popular radio station in Jamaica. I have a friend, a smoke a spliff down at the station. I'm not call the name because I know like the controversy thing. And him sit down behind a tree and smoke a spliff. Nobody never him see several disc jockey have a meeting. I said them not gonna play me and them thing, they lock me off for the radio. And the person come back and tell me, and me and them person I don't do them, I don't even have a license for harm in Jamaica. I don't trouble people, I don't make mischief apart from singing the message of truth and right. That's all I do. You understand? And just because the music and maybe the message I sing and try to lock me off in the early stage of my career, that's why one point you never hear much about me coming out of Jamaica. You know, a lot of people don't know them things there.
Yeah.
But we continue to push. That's why even song like what you like, the song I'm in Love With You, them songs should be big, even bigger than man. Big song. But they don't want to play them songs. They don't want to play them songs.
But that's okay. They'll play over here. That song gonna
Damn.
jump. That's a winner right there.
Damn.
Well, I
clean songs the young, the old, the teenage, everybody can listen to song. You don't have to cock your ears when you play a Warrior King song, because I'm not sing no song with a bad word. I'm not sing no song that promote gun violence. I'm not sing no song that disrespect women. The songs are always clean.
Yeah.
I know.
I've seen that about you, you know, and you know I realize, you know, that like again, you know, it goes back to when I said, you know, there's, you know, such a great humbleness to you, you know, that, and a great light of goodness that exudes from you that people pick up, you know. I would say, you go further to say, I look at you as maybe Jamaica's favorite child, you know, or son of the soil. Do you know what I mean? If I was to ever, if somebody said, you know, I want to get into the music business and, you know, how am I going to do this? You know, I would say to them, go look at this man called Warrior King. If you can emulate everything coming from that man, you're on the right track. Do you know what I mean? And it comes, it's almost like, right? Yes. Along with that comes a great battle, right? That you're gonna have to fight for all the things that you're fighting in stealth mode that we're hearing for the first time. I didn't even know that Warrior King would even get a fight, much less anything else.
I try to tell you. Neither I didn't know I would get a fight, but you see, them say them always have a sense with great power come responsibility. So sometimes it come with it, you know.
Yeah. The humblest man in reggae music getting a fight, that's unheard of.
Yeah, it's like in reggae music, when you're humble, your discipline and your principle is a problem to them. If you know, you try to be on time, you try to be respectable, you know, you try to be respectful, you try to be everything that is is supposed to be done, and it's a problem.
But you know, it's spiritual warfare too. You know that, right?
I know that, man. I know that. I know that. So I'm well aware. So I'm armed and ready, you know, for anything.
Right.
Yeah, we are.
And obviously armed, we have a gun or anything, but you know.
No, spiritually. Yeah, no, we know.
Yeah.
We know.
Fast to pray.
He has to speak that out because there's some out there who say weird.
Yes,
yeah. But make it clear, I don't want anybody carrying on a big stuff. I see that's what I think. But try to avoid controversy, mixing and treatment. Stay far from them things.
Yeah.
If a man get up tomorrow and sing a song, say Warrior King, this and Warrior King, but now I waste my time for answer back to them foolishness.
Yeah.
Just keep focus on my part. That be the work of the Most High God. That be the part.
There's great work for you to do, and you're always going to be relevant, you know, especially with the message. There's people who do need the message. I could see where the message in the music is dwindling, and there's only certain people who's coming with real substance to help them through their day, right? And you're one of those artists, just as much as there's a few others that I look out to, for the message, And there's some names you may not have heard of that are really coming with some powerful messages, and their music is not getting played on the radio, So people are looking for message, they're looking for substance. So we're always going to be looking towards Warrior King for that message and that substance. Whether it's messages of love, we know that you've got it in you because you have one of the greatest love songs of the decade. I'm in love with you. Let me tell you something. As much as I feel down sometimes and I bust that tune, Jesus, I'm singing off the whole house, man. I'm in love with you. I'm a bathroom singer, right? So you can imagine.
Yeah, but he don't care. He loved the song so much. He knows you can only sing in the bathroom,
Oh, my
but he don't care. You see, this is live.
Yeah.
You understand?
To me, Sharon, I'm singing in key, even though I may be singing off key. I don't
listen.
That sound good, man. It sound good still, man.
Exactly my point. Right.
Yes.
So
let me just quickly go back to where you did Virtuous Woman. Now, you worked with a gentleman called Michael something. What's his name?
Michael Johnson, Lion Paul.
Michael Johnson, Lion Paul.
Yeah.
Tell me about Lion Paul Studios and what it was like working with him in particular.
It was fantastic, man, because when I want to tell the truth, when I was introduced to Michael Johnson, the Rasta Virgin, he was a singer first, turned producer, and he was very successful as a producer. When I met him, humble virgin like myself, he recorded the song Virtuous Woman. I was there from was making the juggling, like when he put Luciana. And through the experience of meeting Michael Johnson, I met him through Garfield Watson Freshfoot. And when I met him, he recorded me on the rhythm. And I saw Half Pint recorded on the rhythm too. I saw Luciana. I saw Glenn Washington. So the experience and seeing how they wrote their songs. Some of them wrote, like Glenn Washington wrote his song in the studio. Some of them came with them songs. But just to see those great artists record. And I was the youngest artist. I was a no-name on the rhythm. I was the only no-name artist on the juggling, and I came up with the biggest song. So just the experience was good. Yeah, the biggest song on the rhythm was mine. I was the only person. Remember, you have Lost on the rhythm.
Yes.
You have Luciana. You have George Nooks, Glenn Washington. You have Junior Kelly. Junior Kelly who had the big song before. Couple people but I was the only person who nobody know at the time, and I came with a big song. So the experience was great. Great working with Michael Lion Paul Johnson. It was a great experience,
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Now, see the songs like from the skeleton stage until I put harmony in the songs, until I add more instruments, and the mixing of the song. I saw the whole process. I experienced the whole process. Being around Michael Johnson, I saw the whole process from scratch. So it was very educational and inspirational for me.
I've also got to ask you about the great legend himself, Bobby Digital.
Why it was? Why I'm teaching? You see the swing. I see me in music. When we just going to Bobby Digital, we just sing like. But Bobby said no. Bobby said if you make people move, when people listen to the song, that's why he was all right. I'm in love with you. He was a part of the inspiration. So he changed my whole writing. So when we write a song now, we try to make the verses have curves and make it sexy. Then what I say, make it have flow. And somebody listen, them can go up and down, and you have them all over the place.
Right. You gotta give it curves.
So Bobby Digital was first time I meet Bobby Digital. He run me out of the studio still. But now the waste man of the yard, come out of my yard, and then so serious. So Bobby, I was in my school uniform. Go on to school, man. Come out of me, So I go check Calibod. But at the time when I record with Calibod, that is his stepson. We used to record with Calibod. Now when Bobby Digital used to gone, we used to hide and record like pagans. Never go the pagans go. We used to 2 o'clock in the morning when Bobby Digital gone.
All right.
And in bed, we just go in the studio and record it. So we used to record, and then Bobby Digital start hear some of the songs of my record now. I say, yo, this is bad. So the first song we recorded for him was "Them Can't Get Me Down." Could never big song.
Yes.
I record another love song for him. I record Love Jamore, and then me and Bobby Digital just became great friends, you know.
Right.
You know, may soul rest in peace. I learned a lot from him. He took the music very serious.
Right.
You know, he took it very serious, and it was just a genius, you know, for me. You know, it was great. So a lot of things I learned from Bobby Digital is a part of me today, you know, because that was like my camp where Shabba Ranks come from the camp there, Warrior King, Admiral Tibet, a lot of Louis Culture, a lot of great people come out of the camp there. You know, Caesar was from the camp the same way because most of Caesar prominent songs were recorded right at the studio there.
All these Black Woman and Child and all them tunes there came from that studio.
Yeah. We saw it sometimes. We saw it when we start from scratch. Some of the songs we saw when we record them and so forth. You know, so it was a great experience being around Bobby Digital.
Right. Yeah. What did you learn from Bobby Digital that you live with today?
What we learned from Bobby Digital and we live with today, one of the main things is music only take you serious when you take it serious, you know. Just like a relationship, I'm in a relationship with Julie Mango, if I don't take it serious, she won't take me serious either. So you have to be serious with music. Music, you can't love music part-time. Like some man do music and just say, I will do it now, and music is jealous more than a woman to me. Yeah. The moment they stop music, everything does stop. You can't, you have to always at it, you have to always show her attention. Music is like a woman, you know. So I learned everything from Bobby Digital, you know. Music come like a woman, you have to always give her attention, you have to always massage her, you have to always make she feel special. Because if you don't do that, she's going to go somewhere else, you know. So that's one of the key things we learned from Bobby Digital. And as I said, with the writing, I'm always say, when you write a song, sing every verse different. Sing, don't. If you do the first verse, like no, do the other verse, no. You just try make it different. So the song it's just sweet and nice, and people just can enjoy it.
Melody.
Yeah, you don't get monotonous so easily. So that's what those are two key things we learn from Bobby Digital, you know.
Right. Now tell me how Me Sound, that album was another great album.
Yeah, Bolby.
Right? And it seems you were on a roll. Everything you're doing is just turning to gold. Tell me what the mindset behind that was.
Well, mindset behind that song, we link up with Bolby. To be honest, Bolby was one of the first producers that I went to as a youth. But because Bobby he had a lot on his plate at the time, so he never give me the attention that I wanted at the time. But sometimes you can't feel away because sometimes it's not destined to go that way at the time. So we get the chance now to link up with Bolby. We do a song called Tell Me My Song, where most people call it Melody, and then from there we just work on a nice fat album for Tads. It was a successful album, you know. So working with Bolby are one of the best engineers, producers in the music business. So it's an honor and a pleasure working with him. You know, so you know, Bolby is a man where, you know, he kind of stammer, so we always get joy in the studio, you know, and he's him serious with the music, so he make it take it serious at the same time too. So working with Bolby, it's a fantastic vibe, and I'm say me love music so much, so it's always music come like a woman for me, so I always just have to give the woman for the full attention because I don't want to lose her. I don't want to lose her. So I have to keep on massaging her. When Bobby give me the rhythm, I just at it.
Right.
Sometimes I drive and I write the song. Sometimes we go to the river and write the song. Sometimes we're at the studio and make the song. Sometimes in different ways. But we always have to give the woman attention because music is like a woman. You always have to give her the full attention. Because the moment you stop give her that attention, she can't to somebody else.
Yeah.
That's how music is.
But funny enough, you know, is like knowing what I knew of Bolby himself, because back in the day when I used to buy vinyl, I used to spend crazy amounts of money on vinyl. Anyway, the Fat Tires record label was one of my favorite record labels, which Bolby used to work with, you know.
Fata, yes.
And his productions were stellar, you know. So what was it like working with Bolby itself? What was his work ethic like in terms of completing the project?
Bolby know the type of rhythm where we complement my sound. So Bolby always come with some rhythm where you have to dig deep, And watching Bulby mix a song is very exciting. I don't know if you've ever seen mix a song before. It's like a movie. Like what I say, you know, it's in it, man. Every step of the way is it's like everything. What you know, it just have a thing about him where it's just a drama for watch him.
I hear
Bulby
you.
love music. I know Bulby coming to music when he was a very young person. You know, like how me coming out when I was young. I was so very young.
Right.
So Bulby in a long time. Bulby's a lot of people think Bulby's an elder, but Bulby's still young. You know, he's still a young man. You know what I mean? Because I start very early. From when I go to school, I do it. Just like how we left from school, I come to studio. It's the same thing. Right. So Bulby is a man in taking music very serious, but at the same time, it's fun for him too. It's not just all serious. It's fun. And he's a man who can talk. Some producers don't take the talk. And, you know, but when they don't have a name, you can't talk to some producers. But Bulby is a man you can talk to. When they have a name, I don't have a name. Listen to your views and your point of view. So it's easy. Bulby is an easy producer to work with. It's very easy, and you get his job done. And it's very professional.
Right. Well,
I say one of the best in the industry up to this day. I can tell you that.
I believe so.
I
absolutely believe so.
100%. I heard that too.
Yeah. And I tell you what, we're going to talk about two songs that you have out there right now. I was speaking with your manager, who is your wife as well, Leslie. And,
Sorry for cutting, but I want to say, same thing I tell about music. Come like, my wife and my manager, so we have to give her full attention around me right around the clock. That's like music, you know.
Right.
They need the full attention. Yes. But you can continue.
Yes. And I have to big her up because
man, big up Leslie, maximum respect.
She made this all happen, and you know it happened great, and everything is dandy, you know. But she sent me two songs. She told me that you got an album that you're working on, and you have two brand new songs. Here's one of them, and then we're gonna, as a matter of fact, I'm just gonna play a couple of bars of each song, and we're gonna be talking about those songs and what you have for the future. Yeah. So here's one of them. It's called Ethiopia. This one actually I bought on iTunes a few days ago, and it's called Ethiopia. It's a one rhythm album. Warriors, you know, cut on the album is absolutely bombastic. Here is a few bars of that particular song.
Thank you.
Okay. They say in the music world, right, that was a false start, and in comes the original star, right?
You got 10 stars, just drop that in there.
Okay, so because it may happen more than once, you know. But when it happens, we have to just say, "Wheel and come again," because that was the false start, and in comes the original start. And you know, say we're not Skylark,
all right,
and we not trust no shadow after dark.
All right.
What are you got? Lyrics that sorry after that.
I may have a great beard, but I haven't lost it. I promise you.
Trust me, I know, Lovey. You know about it.
But here it is. It's a brilliant song. It's called Ethiopia. And the beauty of this song, you can get lost in it. It's just like, you know, all these other songs. Take a listen.
Soulful song.
All right, here we go. Where is it? Okay, let's do that one more time. You see, when the devil busy, he can't win. We now make him win. All right, here we go.
Cast him out.
Ethiopia. Ethiopia, the land where the gods and the goddess love to be. Today it's so painful to see. We're destroying our great unity. Sons and daughters of Shiva, children of Abyssinia, share the pride of Africa and the world all over. Our kings are from King David's root. Our mothers were the sweetest fruit. So don't forget your foundation. Never forget your roots.
Ethiopia.
Where the gods and the goddess love to be. Today it's so painful to see. We're destroying our great unity. Sons and daughters of Shiva, Children of Palestine, who share the pride of Africa and the world all over. Come on, come on. What's all this conflict about? Come on. It's time we work things out.
Woo!
The Solomonic dynasty will be restored. As long as the sun and the moon and the stars are
Let me tell you something. Warrior King is the real deal. I'm not just saying that because he's here.
Nah.
So you just have to listen to that tune. That tune is fire.
That is fire.
You need it.
Fire. That's fire.
It's called Ethiopia. Get yourself a copy of that. Now, here's another one. It's called Anniversary Light. All right.
Yes.
Now take a listen to this.
and they press every day. They shall be cattle like glass, and we away. I'm gonna shine my light, shine it bright, much brighter than a flashlight.
Anniversary.
And do what's right every day and night. I'm gonna shine my love light bright in a broad daylight or in the darkest night. Let your arise and his people rejoice. The time is now, let us unite. I am a light, I got to be an example. We keep Babylon just get trampled. I just see how the first as the honors, the light of the world. Your love is everlasting. That's why I'm always fasting. We cannot try to eat up our flesh. I'm gonna shine my light.
Shine bright.
Much better than a flashlight. Universal light. And do what's right every day and night.
Greetings, brother. This is Lloyd Brown, and you are in tune to none other than Stockade Promotions, Royal Blend Radio, the station with a difference.
Before we come to Warrior King, let me just bless up every single person who's in the chat room. I think I saw Vibesy, the selector.
Vibesy selector. Yep.
Who else do we have? Sharon, and then let's move straight to Warrior King.
I think that was it for Warrior King. I think Dr. Grant.
Notice there, Sharon,
Sharon
Bentley. And is there.
Rankin yes,
Rankin there.
Mm-hmm.
And bless up people who may be watching via
London 47. Okay.
We have people watching via Facebook as well. So everybody who's tuned in, bless up and thank you. Warrior King is the real deal. He's going to tell us about those two tracks, and apparently he's working on a brand new album. What's going on with those tracks?
Yeah, man, beautiful songs, from an upcoming album which we call Anniversary Light. Well, the first song, Ethiopia, is it's produced by Digital One and Famzo's production. That song, Ethiopia. Ethiopia, as a Rasta man, as an African, Ethiopia is very sentimental to me,
Mm-hmm.
I know that all that song came about is there's a conflict going on in Ethiopia, still going on right now, a tribal conflict. So I think I had to make it known publicly because certain things the media don't publicize, especially what's going on in Africa. You have to really dig. You have to really dig deep to find out what's going on in Africa. So at the time, there was an Ethiopian priest, Ethiopian Orthodox priest that came to visit me at my home. So I was inspired by his reasoning and my love for Ethiopia. That's how the song came about. Because Africa, the whole Africa was once called Ethiopia at one point in time. Instead of Atlantic Ocean, it was the Ethiopian Ocean. You know, so I wanted to restore that royalty and that greatness amongst the Ethiopian people all over the world, not just in Ethiopia, but all over the world, but especially in Ethiopia with the conflict that was going on. I wrote the song to let them know that we come from royalty, we're royal people. Why are we what's all the conflict about? What's the fighting about, And I remind them about this the perpetual covenant which was mentioned in the Bible. That as long as the sun and the moon and the stars endure, the Solomonic dynasty would always be alive and well, So that's how that song came about, because the priest that he's based in England, Abba Tekla Miriam, he's the head of the Orthodox Church in England. So when he came to us, he was telling me that Abatawe, I don't know if you're familiar with the term, Abatawe, that's a monk. Those monks live up in the hills in Ethiopia. They have dreadlocks. They have dreadlocks like Rastafari people, but they only come down when they get a message to warn the people about. So there was a Batawe. He passed away now, but he told me about the priest, the monk, and he said that there's going to be a conflict in Ethiopia. He said that there's going to be a virus with the COVID-19. He predicted that, and the restoration of the Solomonic dynasty. So he predicted 3 things. So I was told those things by the priest. So that was some of the main inspiration behind the song to lift up the name of Ethiopia. Because if you read the Bible, the first place mentioned in the Bible was Ethiopia. Moses' wife was an Ethiopian, and showed the comparison of the children of Israel and Ethiopia. They are one people. So Ethiopian people are God people. We are Ethiopian people, black people. You know what I mean? So that was the whole inspiration behind that song. And the next song, Anniversary Light, the producer is based in England, Machete Records. Yeah, James, Machete Records. He produced that song with me. And as I say, I am the light. I try to be a light. I try to be an example. So the song is just saying who I am. I'm gonna shine my light. It's brighter than the flashlight. I shine my light shines bright in the day and also in the night. So and when you're shining this type of light that I'm shining, you're going to face opposition. So but they cannot stop me from doing what I'm doing. So that's the whole inspiration behind that song. And I encourage everybody to try to be a light, because if each and every one try to be a light and an inspiration to someone, even if it's one person inspired, that's a big difference, because one person can inspire millions. You understand? So that's the whole vibe behind the song. And I have a new album coming out anytime soon. We're in the final stages. It's going to feature some collaborations, male and female, and it's going to be a beautiful body of work. I think it's going to be some of my best work so far. This album it's going to be better than before, because you're always growing and always getting better. So it's going to be the best body of work I have so far.
Right.
It's going to be a 9-track album.
9-track, okay, that's great.
9
that's
beautiful, powerful songs.
Right.
Wow.
And are you recording that with Machete Records?
Machete, no, you just record that one song.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's mainly on our Roots Warrior label. And to be honest,
okay.
Yeah, Ethiopia, that song was recorded by my queen, right at home right here. Right in the studio that I'm sitting right now. I'm sitting in the studio. So that's Ethiopia. Most of the album, and to be honest, most of the album is recorded right here at the Roots Warrior studio by my queen, is the engineer. So
awesome.
It's a big difference, and it's mostly controlled by me and my wife, the Roots Warrior label, definitely.
Right.
Yes, you see what I'm saying? Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, man.
It makes the dream, just like you mean.
The beautiful part of it, she knows me very well. She knows when my voice is in tune and it's not in tune. So she knows me very well. She know me better than any producer and any engineer. So she can record me the best.
Amen. That's great.
I mean, you see, there's no words for that. You understand? That's power.
Yeah.
Power right there, so.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's boy.
Yes. And the song Anniversary Light, the video will be out very soon. The video is in editing stages, so it's going to be a beautiful video for a beautiful song.
Right. And you also promised that you're going to do something with I'm Still in Love with You.
Yeah, man, I'm going to do a video for that. That's in the making.
Oh, no, you have to. There's no if, no ands about that one. That you have to do.
Yeah, so I send it to the videographer, so come up with a concept. So can enhance the song, because that song, I think it needs to be out there, you know?
Yeah.
It needs to be out there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you got it. You know, I gotta
the album gonna feature collaboration. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Continue, Julie.
Yes.
Julie,
you can go, Cheryl. You can see. Julie Mango.
No, I'm so used
Julie
to
Mango.
it.
I tell start Julie. I call it Julie Mango. I'm gonna start following it. I'm not Cheryl. I'm not Cheryl Mango. But originally I started the post Cheryl Mango. But
okay, so
but
yeah.
Julie Mango. Yeah. East Indian then. No problem.
We understand.
Indian Mango.
You started it 10 seconds anyway. So if you remember at the beginning of this conversation, I was saying about you, I see this light. I am blessed with many things, and I've learned to understand whatever I'm blessed with. You know what I mean? Sometimes I could see things, and I said to you, there's just this light on you. There is a light, bright light. And then you explain in the song about light.
Yes.
Right? It's amazing. Because I'm sitting there going, but didn't I tell this man? Me not to tell you so. Me not to tell the man, tell me see the light around you.
Definitely, man. You know, Christ is the light. Christ is the light of the world, so we have to be the light of the world as well, you know?
You are blessed more than you know. It's so clear. Yeah, your light is it's giving me goose what I'm calling goose pimple, because I see this light.
Thank you very much.
I feel like I've known you my whole life. I feel like I know you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what? You don't know this man? I was like, well, I don't know him, but I know him. But just your light.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. All praises to the Most High. Thank you very much. All praises to the Most High.
Honestly, that's really what it is. I'm all about that. And just knowing that you have somebody in your corner. And I always say it is important to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Stop acknowledging that. It is just knowing you have in your corner your partner, your wife.
Julie, I'll tell you honest truth. Julie, I don't know how I would have managed without her. I don't know if she bring out the best in me in everything. She made me a great father, a great husband, a great person. Yeah, man, she keep me in tune. She make sure I'm read. She make sure I'm on my meditation. She make sure I eat properly. She make sure I'm right. And make sure I write a song and say, let's see how this sounds. No, you can do better than that. She make me go back to the drawing board a lot of times. You know, even the album that we're coming out with is because of her that I go really deep with this album. So I know it's gonna have a great impact. Yeah, man, she believe in me. Yes.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
I want to share something with you and your viewers. I don't know. You see, if you read the Bible, it tells you God used to communicate with people through visions and dreams. And recently, I got a vision, and I was in like San Francisco for a show. But when me and my wife in the vehicle and other people are in the vehicle, we go to the show with the band. We'll pull up at the venue. We see a long line, and I said to my wife, "That's so much people come to see me. Wow, that's so much people love me, man." And then I went in the line, we see Bob Marley. So we drive around now. We drive around. I'll go inside of the venue. So it's like a basketball court, and people sit down on the side, and the place full to the capacity, and I still have a long line outside. And when we go inside, Bob Marley look at me and smile and say, "Yo, your time now, you have to carry on the work." I'm gonna just wake up out of the dream. Recently, I get the dream. You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So them things let me know I'm on the right path. You know, they're on the right track.
We say.
Yep, I just told you, you're blessed. You're more blessed than you think that you are. A simple thing like that. You see what I'm saying? I see your whole light, and that's what excites me to tell you this.
Thank you very much.
There is so many of the ancestors behind you, so you cannot stop what you're doing.
Yeah.
I like what you said. There are so many of the ancestors behind me. I love that. I love that.
But it's
Believe
just
that.
true.
I'm confident.
It is true. It is. It shows in your whole. Remember telling somebody to the light? I think my sister, Dr. Grant, is somewhere in the background, and she will tell you when I say something, it's real, because she is all about. She don't play when it comes to her Bible, and she was telling me, I don't know. You just you give your life to Christ because somebody couldn't know so much. Well, I believe in Christ, and I believe in what I believe in. But when I see something in somebody, like your potential is infinite. You understand? Your potential is infinite. Nobody could touch you.
Thank you very much.
So whatever else, but them can't touch you. You're protected. Yeah. You're so protected.
Thank you very much, sister.
Marlon, come see you. And he said, carry on with the work. It's real deep, brother. It's deep. You know what I'm saying? We're dealing with a spiritual war.
And I realize that a lot of the... Yes, very true. And I think that keeps me motivated to see a lot of the foundation, a lot of the founding fathers, a lot of the foundation like Master Griffiths and all of the Freddie McGregor, and all of them have a lot of, all of them are, when them see me, they show me a whole heap of love. They say, yo, you're on the right track and you make us proud. Every time we see one of the foundation people, them will set it, so we can be here standing, them always encourage me and show me a whole heap of love, you know? Yeah. Remember, like, before Alton Ellis passed, you know, one time, remember, we just coming to the music, and we got to him one time when we see him on a Soundwave studio. And I said, I feel frustrated because things kind of get rough. And I know at the time my mother tell me to come out of the house and I get frustrated. And I said, it's like, what am I going to do? And him say, yo, alternately tell me, if you knock on the door. If you knock on the door, I don't open, you thump the door. If you thump the door, I don't open, just kick it down. And that was like a big inspiration to me. And before he passed away, he was on an interview, like an on-stage interview in Jamaica. And I'm asking him, oh, you see if we carry on the music, and he called my name. That was, I didn't even know he said maybe that remember me. You know what I mean? He's a warrior king, so that is a blessing, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely. There's many people behind you. It's such an honor to talk to you. I don't think you know. It's an honor and one of my greatest pleasures to meet somebody like you, because
thank you.
You know, you're getting there.
Thank you very much.
You're not there yet. You're coming.
Yeah, I know that. I know how far away.
Some doors, and plus, let me tell you something. I do live in the US. I'm born and raised in London. My parents are Jamaican. I'm rooted in my culture, but I'm here in the US. So when you come, call me.
Yeah, man. Which all right, I'm calling time I come to the US, New Jersey.
Yes,
I get my documents now so I can travel.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I had that in my head. Oh, you could come here then. So yes, I am on the New Jersey side. If you need to come and brush up on going to the studio, we got one in my house too. We got music for days.
Yes,
and when I say this to say, the music you're bringing out, the music that you're putting out, right? The beautiful thing about this whole thing is it's perfectly matched with your voice.
Thank you very much.
All the songs are perfectly matched. Whatever you're delivering, I was just like, every song is different. You know how, let me tell you this. There are some people out there, and I'm not down in them, but there are some artists out there, right? Whether it be reggae, whatever genre it is. When they come out with music, it kind of is reminiscent of the last thing. You know what I mean? So that they have a signature. It's always kind of, but you, every song is different. The delivery is different.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Yes. That's so important because it's something new now. Yes. Right? It's with the newness. And that is what you're doing. So you are gonna, man, I can't wait for you to come here because it's gonna be packed houses. Just make sure you reach New Jersey and New York, me coming.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'll be there. And when I come to New Jersey and New York, the tri-state area, definitely give me a call.
Tri-state area, give me a call. Like, yeah, I'm here. You know, I need to touch on some things. Studios here, whatever you need.
Yeah, man. Yes, Julie Mango.
You and the Queen.
my Julie Mango. I'm my East Indian Mango. Trust me.
There it is. Right.
Yeah,
that's
man.
right.
Love respect.
You are very welcome. This is a beautiful thing. 10 Star. 10 Star, yeah, agree with me. See, this is my friend here. You see, 10 Star General. He's known you longer. Ian Dyer, that's my school friend. We went to school, high school in England. So
Somebody having a birthday. Somebody having a birthday. Somebody was yesterday. Somebody's birthday. I can't see it so clearly.
Alton Ellis.
Alton Ellis.
Alton Ellis' birthday yesterday.
Yeah,
Wow, September 1st. The man is a big. You see the love. You saw me sing love songs. I think I'm inspired by Alton Ellis a lot when it comes to writing love songs. Because you know we don't make up love songs. It have to come from the heart. We have to sing.
It has to come from the heart.
Yeah. So Alton Ellis, when I sing songs, they make me cry. He just put me in a different type of mood. So my lot. Happy birthday to Alton Ellis. And the sweet part of it is his daughter take care of my publishing. His daughter, she take care of my publishing. She administers my publishing. So I one family, I one link.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Alton Ellis. You know, never let him down, you know?
Yeah.
He's with the ancestors now, so you know, enough respect same way.
You have to carry. They pass the baton to you.
Yeah, no, I know that. So I mean,
you'll be seeing more and more in your dreams. Them come to tell you something. Them come to you have to deliver the message. That's real deep.
You know, next dream when I get a lot to, I don't know if it's I see a lot of alligator and crocodiles running after me and I climb up in a tree. I've been having that dream since recently. I don't know if you can.
Yeah, that's just people trying to cut. They're coming to you. They're trying to touch you, but they can't touch you because didn't you get away?
Yeah, but get away. I climb up in a tree. I'm see them climb up on the tree, you know. Surprise them, say alligator them climb up on the tree for me. I'm up on top of them, can't come where I'm at, you know. No. I see them come. I don't know if an alligator or crocodile, but you know me I talk about them looking type of animals.
Right.
I have a lot of them in my dreams from recently. I see them, you know.
That's okay.
Spiritual warfare, my brother.
It is a spiritual warfare, but nothing's gonna stop you, and that's what it is. You can't. I told you they can't touch you.
But you're too equipped to quit.
Yeah. You can't quit. I'm a tribe. I can't win.
He's too equipped to
them
quit.
Them can't get me down.
There you go.
Never get me down.
That was one of my favorite songs.
They try to push me to the ground. Them can't get me down.
Yes, sir.
Could never get me down. I praise the one who wears a crown. The one who sits in David's show now. Today for you, tomorrow for me, that's how it goes. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, you better know. Life is a cycle, naturally, that's how it flows. I am an overcomer, so I can't be overthrown now. Every day I give you thanks and praise. He's the one who gives me length of days. When I'm timid, he makes me brave to fight against those who try to put me in a grave. Them can't get me down. Could never get me down. Hypocrites and vipers around. They try to push it to the ground. 10 star, them can't get it down. Could never get it down. I praise the one who wears a crown. The one who sits on David's throne. Them a penny me, can't study me. For no reason at all they criticize me. Them can't trouble me, neither worry me. I'm protected by the power of the Trinity. I'm like a seed planted in fertile soil. I bear good fruits and you know them can't spoil. Pot it a bubble and food it a boil. I'm a survivor, I tell you all the while. Them can't get me down. Could never get me down. You know? Yes.
Like I said, that's one of our favorite songs, and just that alone, I'm like, yeah, you need more visibility.
Yeah.
Because again,
sorry.
Always love this song, especially that one. We all sing it.
Yeah, that one I think I get a lot of requests in my social, like on my Instagram page, and all the different people call me about that, text me about that song all the time. They say give them so much strength, so much hope, so much.
It is.
It's like they make them overcome any obstacle that's in their way, you know. So that song is like it's a big song for people. People love that song all over the world.
Yes, definitely.
Wow.
Yeah. Never go to the congregation, boy.
Yes.
Boy. Rastaman a burn pagans, so I'll never go where the pagans go. Never do what the
Another
heathens do,
favorite.
cause Rastafari give it the guidance. Never say what the auditors say. You know, big song that again, you know.
Hey,
Bruh, 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 bruh.
Mythology and illusion are be always burning. Corruption
And I
and
love
confusion
that
will
song.
be thrown in the ash bin. Can't fool the Rastaman with your false doctrine, your false teaching. Oh, what a sin thing. Justice in a disguise, it's salvation that you're seeking. From the throne of David, down with subjects that you're drifting. You have the respect for the King of all kings. Of his name I'll be always exalting. So I'll never go with a pit. Me have a little cool number throat in the south side.
I hear you. Don't push it. Don't push it.
Yeah. Bless the
Yeah.
love, you know. No respect all
Well,
the time.
it's been an absolute pleasure.
Melody,
to-
melody in our voice. Melody makes the music nice. Melody in our voice. Julie Manga plays the music nice. Then tar on the town. Yes, I'm on the town, yeah, me loud and clear. I'm on the country and the town, for the far and near. Blessed up, this is Warrior King. Thanks for having me on the program, right?
Oh my gosh, yes. We gotta get. Did he do a drop for us? No, you doing one. Did he do one 10-star? No.
Wait, one 10-star?
The last time he did a jingle for us, you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, the last time he did a jingle was 8 years ago.
Oh, okay. So we need a new jingle.
So we need a
10-star.
fresh one.
The name of the station, SPR, tell me.
SPRB Radio Podcast.
SPR V, right? B, right?
B.
SPRB Radio, all right. SPRB not afraid of you. Julie Mango not scared of you. You think you're better than 10-star, you a circus clown, you gonna tumble down. I not afraid of you. Julie Mango not scared of you. You think you're better than 10-star, you a circus clown, you gonna tumble down. Bless you, love, this is Warrior King. You're to the #1 station, SPRB Radio. Yeah, 10-star general, big up yourself, Julie Mango. You don't know, this is Warrior King, Sharon Mango, Rastafari. Come on, don't move the dial, okay?
Yeah.
Just like that. Just like that.
Just like that. She's ready.
Thanks for having me, right? I'm very grateful for the opportunity. And all the people tune in. Thanks for supporting. You know, if you want, follow me on Instagram, it's Warrior King 9, Warrior King number 9. On Facebook, it's Warrior King. On Twitter, it's Warrior King 9. On Vivo, it's Warrior King 9. You can check. When you Google Warrior King, everything will pop up. You know, link up Leslie Ann, you know, and all the different platforms. You'll find out to get me for shows and bookings and etc. etc. Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure. And hope to do it next time, all right?
God bless you, brother. We'll keep the link, yeah?
I think when the album drops, you got to come back and tell us how it's going. Right, B?
No problem, man. No problem. Thank you. Bless it up.
Much
Maximum respect.
Leslie Ann, you're a queen. You
Yeah,
are.
man. Big up Leslie, manager. Big up Roots Warrior family. Big up Roots Warrior band.
Family.
Yeah, man.
Big
Big up the
up
whole team.
yourself. Leslie Ann, you is a real warrior.
Yeah,
Love
man.
you, sis.
Now, real man can live without a woman.
That's
Julie
right.
Mango, Sharon Mango, you don't know. East Indian Mango, whatever them call it. 10-star general.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yes,
man.
You're welcome.
Yeah, man.
Well, we're going to be back here tomorrow with
Africa.
Lioness Africa from Kenya. She now lives in Sweden, but originally from Kenya.
Beautiful.
And she's one of the veterans who's been going for years and years, and she's still going strong. So Lioness Africa will be our guest tomorrow. We're going to sign up with 2 songs, and then we'll just end it organically, right? So we're going to go back to this song right here. It's called Strong Black Woman. Another one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, black woman, don't you say we love.
Yep, we love.
Yo, we love 10-star. Where you find them song there? I want to be favorite song this.
Armenian 10-star general, yeah?
Yeah, man. Big song. This song was inspired by my grandmother. Trust me. Big up
Yeah?
yourself. Big up all women in the world. Black, white, yellow, no matter your color. Big up all women. Trust me. For 9 months to carry a child in your belly, that's not an easy task. So enough respect to all women, all mothers. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Women's International Day. Every day. See? Big up and thanks for having me again. Enough respect, all right?
You're welcome.
So I'm going to sign out. So no disrespect, enough love. Thanks for having me, all right? Thank you
God
very
bless
much.
you, brother. Take care.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, man. Bless the love. It's a pleasure is mine. Rastafari love. It's Majesty.
So we're going to get out of here, people, with this particular song.
Well, I said the office woman is the office of the world, you know. But then the man is creation. Black woman, I love you. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Black woman, don't you stress. Strong black woman, until you know what life
Okay, the place was sitting, right?
beautiful black woman on the earth. You know
Wonderful.
strong black woman on the earth. You better honor yourself and value your earth.
This is today, Friday? No, I don't know. Yeah, yes, I Friday. No, so I have to send you. Last week I sent. Yeah, I've been on. I'll send you today. Yeah. I'll send you a little bit. Yeah. I did. All right, but I'm gonna send today. I gotta put in today too. All right.
Be strong black woman and fill the world with delight. So strong black woman of the earth, until you know what life really worth. And beautiful black woman of the earth, you know you are a goddess from birth.
Yeah, that's all, folks. That's my line. Step aside, babe. Let a star do this. That's my
Can I go home now?
Okay.
This is Doc General from Stockade Promotions, and I'm out of here.
Out of here.